I work with golf coaches specifically to help them transition online. At this point, I've worked with over 30 plus coaches to help them build a sustainable and repeatable online client acquisition system that allows for them to generate income in a different way through this model that I'm about to overview on this video. It's a comprehensive walkthrough of exactly how you should position yourself online and start to build a revenue stream that allows for you to step away from trading time for money in person. So if that's you, stick around. So there's a paradigm shift that has exponentially taken off since 2020 when the world shut down. Well, it brought a lot of people to the game of golf, but not only did it do that, it also exponentially increased the number of technology companies that were in the game, and it exposed people to the idea of working with a professional completely online. It not only did this in the golf industry, but it did this in other industries, virtually all of them, but other big ones like fitness and nutrition did the same exact thing. They exploded post 2020 because people weren't allowed to go see another human being in person. And so with this boom in the game of golf, but also in digital and virtual experiences around golf, the in-home golf simulator space is booming. Just the technology that is in the game right now, the number of companies that are coming to the forefront with new technologies around it, it has really exposed the entire market to the idea of other ways to be exposed and experience the game. One thing along with this is the boom in social media, which every day just continues to exponentially increase, the boom in technology in general. It's allowed for coaches to be renowned without going the traditional route. So 20, 30, 40 years ago, in order to become a household name in the golf space, you had to very much go about it the old way, which was build a great book of business in person wherever you were located. Then through relationships, start to expand outside of your local area, maybe get lucky and work with someone that became a professional and a household name. Then you got associated with them. And because of that, maybe you got featured on the Golf Channel or some other television program that allowed for you to get exposure outside of your local area. But a lot of it was time, effort, dedication, and a bit of luck that allowed for you to become this household name in the space. What today's social economy has allowed for more coaches to do is to get exposure from just having this thing right here, your phone. This allows for you to get reach beyond your local area and even all over the world to be able to monetize your expertise in a varying range of ways. So you're no longer solely reliant on lessons at the range, and you're missing out on massive opportunity to monetize and be rewarded financially for your expertise in the digital age and digital world. So instead, the way that we want to think about positioning yourself in today's world and moving forward beyond 2025 is a new model and a new way. In 2025, it helps to establish yourself online, build your brand there, and expose yourself to the entire world, which then will allow you to do a lot of things. Teach your expertise in a multitude of different ways, build multiple revenue streams inside of your business, and ultimately work less on the lesson T and earn more. There's a cap when you're in person, which is purely just a function of how much you can charge and how many hours in the day that you do have to be able to work with a client. So knowing this and making the adjustment to the online world, there's a new business model that is going to work exponentially better in today's world and in the digital landscape that we all have access to now. The traditional model has the limitations, which I already spoke of. One-on-one lessons require you to be physically present there, and you're bounded by conditions, daylight, and just the availability of time, which means you're inevitably capped at selling your time for money in person. There's only so much you can charge based on your location and area and market, and because of that, you have an income ceiling. Plus, the relationship with the club, the range, the facility that you work out of can change at any moment. Ownership can change and you can be kicked out to the curb just like that and no longer have a place that you can rely on to be able to make income. So instead, we have an increased demand for flexibility in today's golf student. They want convenience. We are in a convenience world. That's why we have things like Amazon and DoorDash and all of these other services that basically deliver everything we could ever want to our home. We have an explosion in in-home simulators and also the affordability of these technologies. So there's more personal launch monitors and in-home studios than there have ever been before at any time in history. And it's it's exponentially growing every single day. We have widespread technology available through just our phones, which have crazy high-speed cameras that were only available for $20,000-$30,000 20 years ago. Now you can get high-quality, slow-motion video from somebody's phone that allows for you to exchange videos from anywhere in the world and be able to facilitate the experience of helping a student get better completely digitally or virtually or online. We also have growing social proof and awareness of this model. There are more and more golfers every single day that are exposed to the idea of online coaching. And this allows for a global reach and potential to work with students from all over the world, which I have golf coaches who do work with many students from all different countries and locations. And it does not matter because there is no limitation physically to what you're capable of doing as a coach nowadays. The old model was very much dependent on trading time for money, local area only clientele. It was weather dependent. There was not much recurring revenue set up inside of these styles of businesses. There wasn't a digital presence, and there was a lot of burnout. Basically, the coaches who became well known were the ones who were able to stick it out for long enough to be able to do so. In 2025 and beyond, we now have the ability to have asynchronous video feedback and communication. We don't even have to be live with someone to give them a great experience. You have a global audience and reach. We have evergreen offers. We can set up more recurring monthly memberships. We can use content on so many social media platforms that give us access to billions of users all over the world to build authority and generate leads. And we're able to, through technology, build out really scalable systems inside of our business. This, as a caveat, will not happen overnight. You won't tomorrow be an internet celebrity that's getting thousands of clients and making millions of dollars. But if you implement these things over time and start to understand the world that we live in today and how to utilize what we have the availability to utilize, you can build freedom and leverage inside of your business. And even if you just transition to a hybrid approach, a combination of in-person and online, and charging recurring payments for an outcome, you would have a more successful and less time-bound business than you do today. This model in 2025 allows you to help more golfers. It allows for you to help them achieve ultimately better results. And by removing the limitations of time and location, you can focus your expertise on what matters most. There's three main ways that I look to help coaches make money online. We want to start at the top and work backwards. This is kind of the Tesla model to creating a business online. First thing they're going to offer is a premium one-on-one coaching service. So it's a similar experience to in-person. You're just going to deliver it virtually. And we're really talking about transformation. It's working one-on-one with a student to get them to the outcome that they're paying you to achieve. Then we work backwards. We can leverage group coaching and membership models to have recurring revenue and do this more at scale. And then we can also start to offer digital products and courses that are one-time purchases and more so passive income, because you just have to create the product and then sell it to as many students as are willing to buy it. With the premium one-on-one coaching, this is your high-ticket offer, provides personal attention for either in-person or online or a hybrid variation of the two. It's high margin and you deliver exceptional value through customized plans and focused instruction. There's limited availability on this because you only can teach so many students in this highest level of access to you. And we price these services based on outcomes and transformation, not hourly rates. We then do group coaching and membership, which is a cornerstone of the model in 2025 because we can set up recurring monthly revenue and we can have a bit more scale to the coaching sessions that we do offer with things like live Q&As, training calls, swing analysis, and community support. That's a way to structure a very well put together group coaching program or membership that allows for students to still get the result that they're seeking, but at potentially a more affordable rate than coming to see you in person for many hours or working with you in a premium one-on-one coaching experience. Then we also have digital products and courses, which can be self-paced learning products that allow for you to package the expertise that you've built up over the years and sell specific outcomes through the delivery of that digital product. These one-time purchases are both revenue generators and also entry points into students buying the other products and services that you do sell. So that's the way that I like to think about them. It's not just about the money you'll make from a $37 product. It's about acquiring the customer that will buy other things from you once they know more about you and have experienced that very first small win. So how do you implement this into your coaching business? First, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time to plant one is today. Just the same principle applies to creating your online brand and starting to post content on the internet and to start to become known in this industry and space. You may think it's oversaturated, there's not enough opportunity, but that's just not true. There is hundreds of millions of golfers in the world who are opportunity for you. No one has a corner on this market, and every individual person will resonate with you differently. I saw a statistic the other day that the biggest growth in any age category in the entirety of the game of golf is actually in the younger demographic, the 25 to 35-year-old demographic. That is exploding right now. So there are new young golfers coming into the game at a rate that has never been seen before. And they are the ones who are driving this technological advancement in the game. They're the ones that are buying into these products and services, that are looking for experiences that align with the way that they experience everything else, which is on their phone, and having virtual access and, almost unlimited convenient access to the things that they do desire and want. So we are just matching the demand, which is ever increasing, by positioning you as a potential option for them and getting in front of them in the digital world. So first thing that you want to do, assess your current business model. If you are currently only selling in person and you're only selling it as lessons and hours per dollar, you may want to consider going to a hybrid model in a reoccurring coaching relationship to help people get to outcomes. Then you're going to want to understand and assess your brand online. What social media platforms are you on? How frequently are you posting? What kind of following have you built up? Have you then taken people off of that social media platform to build an email list that you can remarket to and sell stuff to? You want to choose revenue streams that make more sense. Like I mentioned, hybrid memberships to work with you that set up recurring revenue inside of your business, that speak to the outcome, that allow for you to deliver and have some consistency inside of your business. You want to think about other ways that you could potentially position your expertise and monetize that through group memberships and digital products and services in that way. You want to implement the systems that we do have available using basic tools that we can find on our phone completely for free to be able to do video analysis software, payment processing, communication at scale. And you really want to leverage social media as much as you possibly can to put yourself out there and start to become known. Then we want to launch an online or hybrid offer with a small group of people so that we can test out a beta group of our new program, understand the limitations of what we are offering and how we actually get better results for our clients. And then once you have 3, 5, 10 clients inside of this experience with you, they become your case studies and the things that you then go out and market repeatedly to bring in new clients every single month moving forward. Big things to consider if you're still unsure about moving online and changing your model in 2025 and beyond is you already have the knowledge and experience that you've accumulated over potentially years of coaching people in person. You now just need to match that expertise and that knowledge to the current world that we live in, which is being digitized and moved online at an exponential rate. We have so much opportunity to work with people and help people outside of what has traditionally been done over the last 20, 30, 40, even 50 years. We want to focus on transformation as a coach versus a transactional coach who just purely sells their time for money, and instead create an authority that helps golfers and students from all over the world, but then also opens up your opportunity to make more income that isn't tied purely to your time. It's really about having a bigger impact while enjoying what you do as a coach, having freedom to be able to travel, to be able to make money without standing there physically on the lesson tee. There's a better way to do this in 2025, and your expertise and experience really deserves a bigger platform. We just have to understand how to use the tools that are available to us today to use that leverage and get you out there more to potential students and ultimately expand the game and help more people actually play better golf. If you made it this far and you're interested, I dropped the full blueprint that walks you through these steps of applying this information to your business in the description below. There's no opt-in. Just go over to that, click the link, access it, go through it on your own, and then reach out to me with any questions that you have about implementing this system into your golf coaching business so that you can have more impact, scale, growth in 2025 and beyond.